Hey, watch Andor. You should watch it. It's a cool show. Everybody I know who's watched it loves it. Now you might be thinking, Andor, that's the Rogue One guy, right? Yeah, I don't really care about him. Maybe not, but don't get me wrong, he was fine in that movie. This is on another level. Do I think it's for, everybody? No. If you don't like Star Wars at all, this is probably not for you. But if you like Star Wars and you have not watched it yet, watch Andor. And maybe you're like me. You caught the first episode or even the second, but it didn't grab you. Well, here's the thing. The first 3 episodes are like their own story. So you watched all of the setup, but none of the payoff. And there is payoff. Then episodes 4, 5, and 6 are their own story. 7 is a breather episode. And then 8, 9, and 10 are their own story. And oh boy, is that one great. So if you're like me and you fell off after 2, get back on that bantha and watch episode 3. Because there are so many incredible characters from season 1 that you just haven't met yet. Like you saw Stellan Skarsgård was in the trailer. Well, he shows up eventually and he wears a wig sometimes. Mon Mothma, she's there. She's up to stuff, cool stuff. And there are so many other characters that I don't want to spoil, including a performance from an actor who you did not expect to see here, but boy, is he terrific. And that's not to say that Diego Luna is not putting in work, because he is. The show's opening scene alone tells us that this story is going to be unlike any other live-action Star Wars thing before. A truly broken and compromised guy, just trying to make his way, not wanting to get involved with any of this rebellion nonsense, just, trying to keep going. And it's so real. But for me, the best part is the Empire. You get to see a side of the Empire that we have never seen in live action before. How did these guys take over? What did they think they're doing? Why? How does everyone feel about them? Why do things escalate? And how does the rebellion begin? We get to see it all in a big live action show. I have talked to so many people who would love Andor but just are not watching. And I don't blame you. There's a lot out there. House of the Dragons premiered around the same time and got a lot of attention, which makes sense. Rings of Power was around that time. White Lotus is going now. Hell, Disney Plus was not even finished with She-Hulk when Andor started, so it's easy to miss, but Andor is better than all of it. That's right, if all of these shows had to go but one, I would save Andor. And I love She-Hulk, but Andor is better. And that's the sad part. According to data, this is probably the least watched live-action Star Wars show so far. Which, sure, Mandalorian has Baby Yoda and that was good, but I mean, this is way better than Obi-Wan and leagues better than Boba Fett. So watch Andor. And if you're burnt out on Star Wars, I get it. I was too. Burnt out on bad Star Wars. Burnt out on Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Episode 9. But this is good. This is the only piece of Star Wars media made since the Disney era that people who love Last Jedi and people who hate Last Jedi all seem to agree on. It's great. So watch Andor. By the way, this is not sponsored by Disney or anything like that. This is all just me. Just a thought I want to impress upon the world because there is still time. You can watch it right now. Turn on your Disney Plus. And if you watch this video the week it's released, you can catch up and watch the finale with all of us together and enjoy what very well may be the best piece of Star Wars media yet. So watch Andor.